we saw in that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They run again on first down, Lynch. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Carr going to try and throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Here's Marquette King now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. They run the counter now on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go!
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So a 3rd and 8.
Let's go!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And it is now 21-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Flush to his right. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Lynch running the counter. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw with Carr. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They run the counter play, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Throwing his car on third down. It's caught by Clive Walford. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, Lynch broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Carr. Powerful running. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 15. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Here's Rodgers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, Rodgers out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And all the way home for a Broncos score. DeAndre Smelter, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now this time, Carl throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded inside the 5. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
Ohio, next round.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on third down for the Broncos. 54 yards on the ground.
Let's go.
Now Rodgers. And that's caught by Landry for a Denver touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos add on. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw on third down. Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now Carr. He finds Crabtree for the completion. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Rodgers now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. Probably should have had that one, but with the game he's having tonight, maybe they'll let it go. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Carr gives to Lynch on the draw, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Keep pounding here with Lynch. And now running right through him. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. That's really nice coverage there. I'm not sure he would have gotten to the 1st down marker anyway, but boy, oh boy, did they blanket him.
Yeah, short throw, but he really didn't have many options. Had to force it in. Well, he didn't have to, but he chose to force it in somewhere. Incomplete.
Yeah, now it brings up 4th down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Well, being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. There he goes left side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
Let's go!
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. Taken to about the 16. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard right at the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Well, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 34 yards there and a first down. So it'll be first down here after the run. Rodgers throwing here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.